Here we go, guys. We have less than 10 league games in the National League remaining, and we've got two very winnable games in our episode. Can we get the wins that we need today? Let's find out. Welcome back, guys, to the Stones Rolling on Up, and now to episode 35. As I've just said, we've got under 10 games remaining in the National League, and this season is really hotting up. Of course, last time we were here, we played against Wrexham in a top-of-the-table clash, and if you missed it, I would highly recommend going and watching it. I got very annoyed because we got absolutely shafted by the game with a really last-minute goal being scored by Wrexham. We've since played 7 games off screen, of which 5 were in the league. We've had 2 FA Trophy games, which I'm not too fussed about, and we've played very, very well. We haven't actually lost a game since last episode. We've completely turned the form around, and things are starting to look a lot better. We have since played Halifax, Sutton, Bournemouth, Stockport twice, Weymouth and Kidderminster. And the first one was Halifax. We got a very, in my opinion, disappointing 1-1 draw, to be honest. We looked the better side, we just couldn't get the extra goal that we needed, and that was a 1-1 draw away at FC Halifax. We then played Sutton United away. Sutton United had a very early red card in the match, and as a result we spanked them 3-0. We actually scored in the very first minute of the game with this match as well. So whether or not the red card made a difference, I don't really know, but we got the result and that's all that mattered. We then played struggling Bournemouth at home and beat them 3-1. We then also had the FA Trophy games, which, as I said, not overly fussed about this tournament. We did get through. We had to go to replay though, but we did beat Stockport County. We drew first for 1-1 away at Stockport, and then in the return home leg we beat them 2-1. And so now we're in the semi-final. We've been drawn against AFC Fylde, who are one of the teams at the very top of the table. So it'll probably be a very tough game. That is over 2 legs, so I'm not going to probably focus on it. If we get through to the final, we'll of course see the final, which will probably be one of our last games of the season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to focus on it. We won it last year. I'm not too bothered with it. We also, though, have played 2 other games in the league. We then played Weymouth, who are 3rd from bottom, 4th from bottom. They're a very, very poor side. We absolutely dominated them. We smashed them 5-1 at home. And then we played Kidderminster away, and we got another win. We beat them 2-1. It got a little bit nervy late on. They scored a very last-minute goal and nearly pulled one back. They had another chance in like the 93rd, 94th minute, and it could have been a 2-2 draw, but we thankfully didn't throw the game away. As a result, though, of all of those wins and draws, we are now sitting comfortably in 3rd place, and we're now only 4 points behind Yeovil. Yeovil have finally, after so long, started to drop some points. So with 9 games in the league remaining, there is a real chance of us still getting 1st place. It's going to be very, very tight. Ourselves, Yeovil and Wrexham are all playing really well. We've all got really good goal differences, as you can see. So it may come down to goal difference. It may not, but we still have Yeovil to play. We've already played Wrexham and that finished as a draw. So hopefully when we play Yeovil, I think it's the second to last game of the season, that could be a hugely important game. We have arguably 2 easier games today. We have Barrow and we have Chester, both who are down the very bottom half of the table. They're in 18th and 19th place, so hopefully we can get 2 wins on the board today. Let's get into our tactics for the first game, which is Barrow, and see how we're lining up. So in terms of our tactics, we are going very, very full strength. Joe Day is in net, of course. He always plays the league games now. We then got Sanderson, Denham and O'Connor. I have dropped McGuinness just because O'Connor had a very good pair of games recently, so I wanted to give O'Connor the match here. We then got Joel Senior on the right, Danny Preston at left back. The Belgian is playing in box-to-box because he's been playing very well recently as well. Alfie Payne left central midfield. You'll notice, though, Wayne Rooney isn't in attacking midfield. I'm having to play the youngster Aaron Joseph, who has come from our youth academy. He's a decent player, but unfortunately Wayne is injured and he's out for another 3 to 5 weeks, so he's going to miss quite a lot of the rest of the season, annoyingly. So hopefully Aaron can do a good job. He has been playing pretty well recently. He has scored, actually, maybe in the FA Trophy game. I gave him the game and he played very well, so I am confident having him there. He offers us something different to what Wayne can do. His passing is still very good. He hasn't got the mental attributes of what Wayne has, or the technicals, but he's a lot quicker and he still has decent passing. So he can do the job. He also has good corners and free kicks, so we don't lose out on the set pieces by having Wayne no longer on the pitch. We also, of course, have Jamie Thomas and Ugbo up front. So it's pretty much full strength where it can be, except in attacking midfield, really. So let's get into this first game here today against Barrow and see how we do. So let's submit our side then and see how Barrow line up for our opening game of the episode. So they are going with a flat 4-4-2, our Barrow. So we're going to be interested if we can break them down. We have, of course, in previous episodes, struggled against them. It's always that formation that I seem to have a bit of difficulty breaking down. Before we get into the match though, guys, I will just say, quite unusually, I don't normally say it here, if you do enjoy the episode, then please do chuck a like on it. And then also don't forget that you can subscribe to the channel as well if you're looking forward to seeing more of the Stones Rolling On Up content. I have also recently, it was only I think last week, just released a new experiment video. There'll probably be a link to it up the top of the video if you're interested in having a look at it, where I go 250 years into the future. So if you do want to have a look at that, then do click on the link to view that episode. There'll probably be a link at the very end of this episode as well if you do want to go over and view that at the end. But let's get into our game today and see if we can get a win on the board nice and early. So here we go. We're coming out in the amber and black. We are, of course, away at Barrow. And they are a decent side, although they are struggling down at the bottom. They were, of course, the team that pipped us to the playoffs last season. So although they are struggling in the league, their team, at least in terms of their individual players, is a good set of players, that's for sure. And I've just seen Yeovil have just conceded to Boreham Wood, the team that we beat earlier on, I think 3-1. And yeah, they're losing already. So that's a very good sign for us here. Jamie Thomas at the moment giving it to Alfie Payne, the youngster Joseph on it, who has done a good job, as I say, since coming in. I've been quite impressed with him. He's the only real youngster we've got that's come through the team that I quite like how they play. Hang on, Joel Senior. Oh, unlucky there, Joel. Not a bad little effort for him. But yeah, there's Aaron Joseph, and there's also the young Italian striker who I played quite earlier on in the season, I think for one of the FA Cup games. He's actually on loan at the moment in the league below, and he's doing okay. He's not doing brilliantly, but he's improving quite well. We've got an Alfie Payne corner here, though, to Stefan O'Connor, to Sanderson. It's gone in. A nice early goal, and just as we scored, Yeovil have just equalised. But that's a really good goal there from Dion Sanderson. We haven't got the goal-scoring supremo in Mark McGuinness, unfortunately, in the side today. But instead, we do have O'Connor, who is still good in the air anyway. He's not quite as good, though, as McGuinness. I don't think there's very many players in the whole league that can really better McGuinness in the air, because, in fact, he has 20 jumping reach, but he is very good. Looks like we might be going into half-time at... Oh, I was about to say at 1-0. There's a highlight, though, for Barrow here. Are we going to get it clear, or are they going to have the chance? Hopefully we get it clear and we can counter, but it looks like it is going to be a Barrow opportunity. Hopefully it doesn't end up becoming 1-1 just before half-time. It will be very annoying if it does. Barrow lump it up. Sanderson's kind of got it out. Senior has tried to clear it really poorly, to be honest, though. And Barrow are just recycling this play, and they're being very patient at the moment. Is the Barrow player going to whip it in? He's got it to the edge of the box. Oh, we may finally be about to counter it. Ugbo with it here. Come on, Ugbo. What are you going to do with it? Play Jamie. There's so much space for him. Oh, why didn't you play Jamie in there, Ike? You could have laid that off for him. Instead of you went for a goal yourself and you were greedy. But we've gone in at half-time 1-0 up. We're doing well. Yeovil are dropping points. They're 1-0. And currently, though, Wrexham are 1-0 up and Halifax are the players sent off. So we can probably assume that Wrexham will win that game. It's just the Yeovil one, really. If somehow Bournemouth can hold off the mighty Yeovil, that will be very impressive. I'm going to say to the lads to guard against complacency. They mainly agree. Just going to say to the youngster, there's a lot more to come from him. Going to say from Sanderson that I'm happy with how he's done today. And let's go out for this second half. I'm not going to change anything tactically just yet. We are playing very, very well. We're not really having much in the way of possession compared to Barrow, but everything else we are bettering them in today. Well, other than probably fouls. I mean, we have more, so I mean, strictly speaking, it's better because the number's higher. Although Yeovil have conceded again. They are losing once again to Boreham Wood. This is going very, very well. Hang on, there's a Joseph free kick to Denham. Oh, come on. Come on, what the hell is going on? Okay, I think it's gone for a corner. It has. Right, I'm going to make a change. Who do you want to take off? I mean, Danny Preston's struggling, but I never have a left back on the bench. I don't know why I never put one on there. Probably a bit foolish from me. I might actually take Aaron Joseph off because he's not playing brilliantly. Okay, well, we'll leave him on if now. I'll bring on Charlie Seaman at left wing back. I'll just leave him as a wing back on support and just hopefully he can do the job because Danny Preston is looking knackered, so I don't really want to keep him on the pitch if I can avoid it. And it's just say demand more. Gonna go more balanced. Oh, no, I've got a decent free kick here. This is John Rooney, I think it's Wayne Rooney's brother, and he has scored. Okay, right. Well, what we'll do then is we are going to change up how we are playing. We're going to go 4-2-3-1. We'll go like this. We'll put Ike on the left, inside forward on attack. We'll bring on a Malazor. We'll put Jamie up front on his own. And let's pull the fullbacks back slightly. So we're going to go like this. And we'll go attacking. Come on, lads. Please, let's not screw this up. Barrow are really struggling in the league. We've been really good today. They've had 2 shots all game, Barrow, and it looks like they're going to blimmin' well nick it. Oh, what do we do? I mean, okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put Joseph up front. We'll bring on Kinsella. I'll put Ike up front like this, and we'll go for something like this and just hope for the best. We haven't seen Kinsella in ages for us. I don't think there's enough time. I really don't think there's enough time for us to do anything here. I think it's going to finish 1-1, which is really disappointing. Hopefully Yeovil did lose. I'm going to say you're not good enough because they were not good enough there at all. If Yeovil did lose, we still at least gained a point on Yeovil. Oh, Yeovil blimmin' well drew in the end as well. And Wrexham, they won. So, that's so disappointing. So we lost points on Wrexham. We didn't managed to gain any on Yeovil despite the fact they dropped points. That's so frustrating. It means now we're still 4 points. 4 points behind first place still, but we're now 4 points behind both sides, which is very disappointing. But we have Chester next, who are in 18th place, so hopefully we can do one better over Chester than we have just against Barrow. So I'll see you in a second for that Chester match. So we're now here ready for our game against Chester, and I've made a few tweaks to the lineup for the match today. We're sticking with Joe Day in net and Dion Sanderson at the back. I have, however, put Buddy Joel and Mark McGuinness back into the defence, with Joel senior right back and Danny Preston at left back. It's then Matty Smith has made his way back into the right side of midfield role alongside Alfie Payne. It's Aaron Joseph is staying at attacking midfield, and we also have Jamie Thomas and Ike Ugbo up front. So I've made a few changes, especially at the back. I just feel it makes more sense to put those players back into the team. And I have actually made a signing ready for next season. So I'll just quickly show you who he is. So if we go on to transfers, so this is regardless of whether or not we stay in the National League or go up. We have already signed this player, and he is a regen, and I am really pleased with his pickup. He's a really good player. He's been playing at Stockport all season, and he's looked really good. And we've actually paid some money for him. We've only paid 18 grand, possibly rising to 28,000 pounds if he plays a few games, and if he scores, I think, 50 goals for us. And he's very, very decent. So he's 18 years old, and he looks like this. I cannot understand, number one, how we got him. There was about 40 teams interested, but no one had decided to put bid in. So I thought, right, let's go for him now and just see if I can get lucky. And we did. He is a model citizen in terms of his personality, which you very rarely see, especially in young players. And he's a really good player. He plays up front, and he can play either wing, which is very handy. But what I'm actually thinking of with him is, because of the fact it's looking that Wayne is going to probably retire, is that he can actually play the advanced playmaker role. If we look at him, he's very decent for that role. So I think he could either play there or up front. It depends if either the likes of Jamie Thomas or Ugbo move on, in case any big teams come in for either of them. The fact he's coming in, it gives us more options, it gives us more depth, and he's only 18, so he's only going to get better. So I'm really chuffed with this signing. But that's who we brought in. Of course, he won't be joining until at least next season. We may be in the Vanarama National, it may be in League 2. We'll have to wait and see. But let's get into this game here against Chester. So let's submit our side then and see how Chester are going to line up. So Chester are, of course, struggling down the bottom. They have also gone with a 4-4-2. So it'll be two sides we're playing today, both playing the same formation. Hopefully, with this game here, we can perform better than our last one and actually get a win, because we desperately need one to keep up with Wrexham and Yeovil. I'm going to say to everyone that I have faith in them. They all liked that. We're still away in this game, but we still are in our amber and black. So come on, let's get off to a good start and get an early goal. That'll make things really helpful. So we've got an early corner here for Matty Smith. To McGuinness at the far post. Jamie, how have you not kept that on target? Oh, I cannot believe he's not put that in the back of the net. There's now a Chester corner. That is also over, thankfully. But Jamie Thomas, how did he not score? Another corner. Aaron Joseph taking this one. Going to go to McGuinness, and this time it's over for McGuinness instead. Flipping heck. 3 corners, all within the opening 10 minutes. All have been missed. Wrexham have got an early goal, so they're already leading. They're 2-0 up, in fact, actually. That's not a good sign. And our defender, I don't know who that was that made that pathetic jump. That may have been Joel Senior, but that was terrible. Flipping heck. A bit of an action-packed opening 15 minutes there, that's for sure. Right, let's just be careful here. We're playing it out the back, which I am pleased that we are doing now. I have said to the team to try and do that a bit more often, and they are trying to do it as much as they can do, which is good to see. Hopefully we can get the ball back here, or is this going to be a Chester chance? It looks like it is going to be an opportunity for Chester, really infuriatingly. Come on, Preston, get that clear. He has done. Ugbo has won it. Come on. Is it going to be a counter-attack? It is. Come on, Ugbo. Use your pace. You've got a lot of it. Ike Ugbo. He's scored. Get in there, Ike. Did basically all the hard work himself, and he put it in the back of the net as well. Really good solo goal there from Ugbo. Really good finish as well. He just does the man here, does the defender for Chester long, and he just goes past everyone, gets through on goal, and puts it in the back of the net. That is lovely to see from Ike. Really good. It keeps us in the hunt, and the fact that Wrexham are 2-0 up already, it keeps us on their coattails. Come on, Payne here. Preston, I think Wrexham have just scored a third. What, there's a pen? Oh, okay, penalty. I don't know what for. Guessing it must have been a push or something. But Jamie Thomas with the pen. Come on, Jamie. Come on. Come on, Jamie. Get it here. He has. Bottom right. Get in there. 2-0 up. Really good start. Jamie's 34th goal of the season. He has had such a good year. In comparison to last year, where he got, what was it, 12 goals or 13 goals in all competitions? He's got 34. And we've still got, I think, 10 games of the season left if you include the FA Trophy games. It's ridiculous how well he's played, just how much better he has looked. I know there's been the formation change and obviously the personnel improvements. The fact we've got obviously like Wayne Rooney and so on is a lot better. What a save from the keeper. Oh, but Ugbo has scored anyway. Get in there. Oh, I thought that keeper's quite unlucky there, really. He made a brilliant reaction save to stop that Maddie Smith goal from going in, and it just ricocheted perfectly to Ugbo, who just slotted it in the back there. Really unlucky from him. Really decent bit of play from us, though. But, God, that goal, he's got to be... I'll be so annoyed if I was that goalkeeper, my defenders, for not getting the ball clear on one of those, 4 opportunities to do so. Very unlucky for Chester, really. Or at least for the Chester keeper. Is it about to be another... Oh, I thought we were going to get another highlight, but we didn't get to see it. No idea what was happening there. Looked like a corner, but we'll never know. We've gone into half-time now at 3-0 up. Really good from us. Helps with the goal difference as well, especially the fact that Wrexham are 3-0 up. It keeps the goal difference between us two the same, at least for now. I'm going to say to them, you might be winning, but don't get complacent. They all are happy with that. Just going to say to Buddy Joel and Alfie Payne that you weren't that bad. And we'll get into the second half. So there's a very early highlight once again. What's going to happen here? Is it going to be a chance for Chester, or is it going to be one for us again? Maybe another chance to get another goal to our growing collection in this game. Chester's whipped it in. And, oh, that's unlucky. It's off the bar. We have got it cleared, though. Thankfully, we haven't conceded, which is good. We are whizzing through the game now. We're not seeing anything else, which I'm all happy with, to be totally honest. Although saying that, there is now a highlight just before the 60th minute. After this highlight, I'm going to probably make a couple of changes, because I noticed some of the players are starting to get a little bit tired. So I will make a change or two. Really good tackle there, Buddy Joel. That is really good to see from him. Joel Senior on it here, up to Jamie Thomas. Alfie Payne, he's put it out to the left wing. Now Danny Preston on it here. He's going back. I'm all fine with that. I'm fine with taking our time. We don't need to rush now. We're 3-0 up, that's for sure. Joseph on the ball though. Matty Smith, lovely ball. I think Jamie is offside. Yeah, he is offside. I did think he was. Looked far too easy, to be honest. And now I am going to make some subs. So I'm going to take off Joel Senior for Seaman. I'm going to take off Buddy Joel for O'Connor. I'll swap O'Connor over with Sanderson. And I think that'll do for now. I think I won't make any other changes for the moment. We'll just leave it like that and just see what happens over the next kind of 10-15 minutes. And I'll keep that extra sub available. I may well take off either Maddie Smith or I could, because they're both booked at the moment. So we don't want either of them getting sent off, that's for sure. Highlight here, Joseph with a really good ball out wide there to Charlie Seaman. Can he get it into the box though? No, he can't, and it looks like it could well be a chance for Chester. In fact, it looks like it definitely will be, and that's thoroughly disappointing. Aldershot have just scored a goal, mind you, against Wrexham, so you never know. We could see a miraculous comeback, and somehow Wrexham could throw away a 3-0 lead. I highly doubt it, but you never know. You never know. Come on. Oh, I thought Jamie might be about to nick the ball then off the goalkeeper, but he didn't. He kind of just gave up. He kind of put all the effort in the stand in front of the keeper and then didn't actually bother going for it for some reason. This highlight's gone on for ages though. It looks like it is going to be a chance for Chester. They put it across the box and it's going out for a corner. Nothing really coming from that. I'm just going to put this down to balanced. And I'm going to say demand more from the lads. There is a corner, but I presume, yeah, it's just the normal FM corner stuff after a highlight. Nothing really happening from it. And now we're into the 80th minute. I'm going to make that final change. I'm going to take off Matty Smith. Going to bring on the Belgian. Going to just say to him, no pressure. And let's just go cautious. And we'll go a bit of time wasting as well. And hopefully that will just kill the game off now. Hopefully we won't see anything else. And there's a highlight here. Corner for Alfie Payne to McGuinness. And McGuinness still cannot get a corner on target. It would seem in this game he's missed so many opportunities today. But thankfully it's not going to cost us. There's a corner though for Chester. Is it? Oh, it's gone in. We've lost a clean sheet, but it doesn't really matter. It's just going to be a consolation goal. There's not going to be enough time. We will just go defensive for that last minute and a half just to make sure there definitely is enough time. But I don't really want to watch it again. That should be the end of the match, and it certainly is. Get in there. 3-1. Really comfortable from us. Really good performance. Going to say passionately, a very nice victory. Well done. That's a really good performance from us. And it gets us a point behind Yeovil, but Yeovil do have a game in hand. So we'll have to see. Maybe if Yeovil do drop some points, we might be closer to them. But of course, Wrexham still won, so they still keep that 4-point advantage, really disappointingly. But let's have a look at our schedule, ready for next episode. So what I am thinking is, obviously we have the FA Trophy semi-final coming up, but as I've already said in the episode, I'm not fussed about the FA Trophy. If we win it, fantastic. We'll see the final at the end of the season, I would imagine. But I'm not going to focus on it. Instead, I'm thinking I'm going to play the remaining games of the season from the final game up next until Hartlepool, and then we will come back for a 3-match triple header for the final league match episode, I suppose, of this season. It could be incredibly vital because after we played the games against Fylde, Darlington, Solihull, not counting Hartlepool, we play second place Yeovil, 4th place Fylde, and then they're 13th, but they're a very strong side in Swindon Town. So 3 really tough games, but 3 games that could entirely decide our season. So that will be our next episode. Will be Yeovil, Fylde, and Swindon in a triple header. So guys, that just about wraps up today's episode. Overall, not too bad. We had one really good performance up against Chester and one not so great against Barrow. We thankfully didn't lose either of those games, and we have still very much kept ourselves in that hunt for first place in the National League. It, of course, is going to go right down to the wire, that's for sure, unless we completely screw it up. But hopefully we don't. And, of course, when we come back next episode, it will be 3 huge games, that's for sure. With the likes of Yeovil and Fylde, it's going to be really tough matches, but 3 games which could ultimately decide everything for this season. If you have enjoyed today's episode though, guys, please do chuck a like on the episode just to let me know, number one, that you enjoyed it, and also because it does really help the channel out. And also, if you have anything you want to say about any of the games we played, and also especially about the young striker we've signed from Stockport, then do chuck it down in the comments below, especially if you have any ideas about if we should play him up front or as an attacking midfielder, or possibly somewhere else maybe based on his attributes. You'll have to let me know. As well though, guys, if you are looking forward to seeing more of the Stones Rollin Up series, then do subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of my content. And don't forget as well, it should be showing on the screen at the moment, probably over this side, is my new experiment video that came out last week about going 250 years into the future within FM20. So if you want to have a look at that, then just click on the link and have a watch of that episode. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next time.